players din dito sa Mindoro side. And it's just that, the threes have been falling better for Caloocan this quarter.
Yeah, I would have to argue these are two of the strongest teams that we have this season.
Yeah. Well, of course you do have Abra.
Of course, I mean, Abra perhaps is the strongest.
Right.
Manday with one on the shot clock.
Well, Rizal message day 2. Sila rin daw.
Okay, yeah. I just said these are two of the strongest teams.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't say they are the strongest
Yeah.
teams. Two of the strongest teams. Certainly don't want to count out Rizal. For sure.
Oo, grabe.
For sure.
Tsaka ang dami kasi ngayon yung mga roster, mga players na, dinagdag ng bawat teams na nagpalakas talaga eh.
Tama ka dyan. We have an even playing field this year.
Right.
More even than we've had last year, for sure. Sean Andrews going inside, misses, but Ramirez is there for the putback. 56-45. Under 3 minutes to play in the third.
Medyo papulot-pulot nakakakuha ng bola itong Mindoro ngayon. Unlike kanina, mas free-flowing yung offense nila no?
Casin working against Sean Andrews. Casin spins away over Bono. Couldn't hit it off the bank. Andrews tracks it down. Transition now for the Tamaraos. Andrews stopped in his tracks by Casin.
Yep.
Turnover para sa Mindoro, and the foul given up there by June Manzo.
Ibang klase ang recovery. Pabalik ng Caloocan no? Talaga. Tatakbo ko mga katakbo. Kung hindi, hahatakin, isi-set up.
They're pushing all the right buttons here.
Yeah, agree.
Casin will take 2 shots. Mindoro is in the penalty. 6 points so far in the game para kay Prince Casin. Not as good as a game that he played against Cebu. But he has a lot of other guys here contributing sa laro na to. We'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the Mpbl.
And so far, si Casin is 2 out of 6 from the field.
Missed those 2 free throws as well. Galang on to Ken Mono. RJ Ramirez has the pesky Jeff Manday on him. Ramirez trying to assert his will.
And one thing that cannot happen is for Mindoro na medyo magkaroon ng panggigigil ba? Diba? They have to stay composed against this team because, you see, Jeramel Cabanag has been on the bench for quite a while, and then you insert James Inglis, who's also a pretty good guard for Caloocan.
Ramirez missing on the first free throw. Coach Rodney Santos trying to get a magic bunot from his bench, inserting Luigi Natada, a homegrown player for the Mindoro Tamaraos, at the 146 mark of this period.
Tsaka si Wendell Comboy nandun din sa bench ng Mindoro. He hasn't shot the ball well. He's 0 out of 3 from 3 and 1 out of 6 from the field.
Cabanag doubled on the right side. Sees Manlangit. Ingles directing traffic from the left wing. Manlangit definitely has the speed advantage here against Bono. He settles for the outside shot. Tamaraos with a chance to get to within single digits. Bono, the extra pass to Galang.
There you go.
And fire and score para kay Ethan Galang.
Ganda ng release ni Ethan Galang, Talagang makikita mo yung follow through and the mechanics of the shot.
7-point lead for Caloocan. Tayong Tong sees Ingles. His turn to catch and fire. Wala. Rebound taken by Caloocan. Ingles fakes out 2 defenders. The hoop and the harm para kay James Ingles.
Pinag-uusapan pa lang natin kanina si James Ingles. Nagpakita na kagad.
Take a look at what happened here. The scramble ending up with Caloocan. Fortune favors the Brave there. 4 orange shirts
Yes.
trying to go for that basketball, and it ends up with James Inglis getting the better of his matchup against those 2 Mindoro players. Balik sa 10 ang lamang dito ng Caloocan. Oh, dangerous pass there. Stolen by James Inglis. Trying to spin away from Galang. Gets a pass to JJ Manlangit. No, Manlangit couldn't get it on the second try. Ball is loose. Ramirez needs someone to pass it to. Bono catches up to it. 29 seconds remaining here in the third.
About a 14-second differential between the clocks.
Manzo barking out instructions as Cabanag on him. Manzo to the corner. Ramirez could not score. Di nagkaintindihan doon si Manzo at si Galang. May oras pa ang Mindoro. Manzo takes it. He got hit but no whistle was blown. Cabanag has time. No, that's not gonna make it. And that's gonna do it. The first 3 quarters of play, Caloocan ending up on top.
Frenetic sequence as we close the quarter between these two, and so far it's been the 3-point shooting of Caloocan that's done them well in this quarter.
It's crazy how Caloocan has really maintained control of this game. Joseph Sedoripa trying to will his team back into this game. He's part of our highlights of the match, brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of Mpbl. Elevate your hydration. Ken Bono coming in and knocking down a 3-point shot. But Prince Casin and the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu, as I mentioned, pushing all the right buttons in that third quarter. The lead is 10 for the guys in orange, 59-49 at the end of 3.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas, 50 tayo, 50 si MB. Hati mo si Manny.
Fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the Mpbl. Fans of the game pala.
Marami sila.
Marami sila eh. Live na live ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa Caloocan Sports Complex. Good evening to everybody watching on Facebook and on YouTube. This is Happy Palanya, joined by Coach Mike Perez and Ms. Naira Punzalan at courtside.
And dito na magkakasubukan, Habi, yung come from behind, no? Nakaramdam ito ng dalawang teams na ito ng parehong talo na gano'n. So, we'll see who responds better in this situation.
Tayong Tong couldn't get it on the dipsy though. Manzo, Bono, Galang, Ramirez, as well as Comboy, the 5 on the floor for Coach Rodi Santos. It will stay with the Tamaraos. James Ingles vehemently wanting a challenge from Coach Toto Trujillo.
Feeling niya hindi niya nahawakan no? Hindi niya natapik. Bob Gamalinda is back on the floor. He's been on the bench for quite a while.
And they will challenge. Coach Gabby Espinas has already signaled it to our officials. We'll take a short break. Marami pang oras na natitira sa laro na to.
The review for the challenge was inconclusive and it has been nullified.
The review of the challenge was inconclusive, so it is nullified. The call will stay. Mindoro Tamaraos will throw it in from the baseline.
So they get to keep possession, no?
Yes.
16 seconds to shoot.
16 on the shot clock here for the Tams. Manzo. 1-on-1 here against Joko Tayongtong. Tomboy has it with 10 on the 24. Double high screen.
Good
Bono.
pass.
Three-pointer. That's long. Gamalinda taps it to himself. Gamalinda leans in. That one's short. Ingles finally corners it para sa Caloocan.
That was the good read though. Draw two on the ball, and you find Ken Bono free up top for that shot.
Manlangit hands it off to James Ingles. Behind the back to JJ. Manlangit step back for three. That is nothing but bottom para kay JJ Manlangit. At si Congressman Oka malapitan, enjoying his coffee
Oh,
on the sideline. This team up by 13 points,
yeah.
62 to 49.
And why not? Ang ganda ng nilalaro ng Caloocan. Talaga nga namang mapapasarap ang kape mo niyan.
Tingnan ulit natin yun. Two-man game between
Yeah.
James Ingles and JJ Manlangit. It's now the bench players who are showing out here
Right.
in the second half para dito sa Caloocan. Tomboy,
Right.
di pinilit ang tres. Runner, that one's short. The tap goes to Tayongtong. 3-on-1 break. Advantage Caloocan and
Oh,
Manlangit
man.
will finish the play.
And everything really just doing the right things para sa Caloocan this second half. And Mindoro has not responded to this run by Caloocan.
15 na ang inahabol dito ng Mindoro. Ken Bono, another 3 on the way. This
Yeah.
time, he cans it.
Yun ang kagandahan kay Ken Bono, eh, no? Pag nasa taas siya, nag-two-man action ka, you know, for the most part talagang titira ng tres, he's gonna slip it.
6 points on 2 threes in the game for Ken Bono, who only played here in the second half. Tomboy to Gamalinda. Gamalinda hangs and scores.
So far, the combination of Ken Bono and Bam Gamalinda trying to slowly bring the Mindoro Tamaraos back in this game.
5-0 run. How will Caloocan answer?
Importanteng makastop dito ang Mindoro.
The Batang Kankalu in search for their first victory this season. They lost their first game of the season to the Cebu Classic. Flip shot, Ronnie Matias.
Ilang beses mo makikita si Ronnie Matias tumira ng gano'n, ano? Grabe.
Everything just working para sa Batang Kankalu sa laro na to.
That's right.
Bono
Oh, again.
sets for 3 once again. Oh, that was halfway down.
And almost every shot that Ken Bono releases from the three always looks good. Tsaka walang bantay, no?
Yeah. Cabanag now using a little bit more game clock. Cabanag draws Bono on the switch. Cabanag settles for the outside shot. That's way off the mark. Matias behind the back to the wrong person. Tamaraos in transition. Ramirez, clean strip by Joko Tayongtong.
Ganda ng pagkakakuha ng bola na yun. Iniwasan, tinapik, sabay iniwasan.
This is our assist of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the Mpbl. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And right there, Ino Comboy trying to make it look like he was going to drive the middle but dumped it off last second. The dunker spot for Bam Gamalinda.
7 points in the game for Riego Bam Gamalinda. Gamalinda, 3 on the way. Good line, just too strong. Galang, offensive rebound. Gamalinda, short as well on the finger roll. Caloocan goes to Kalahat, who threads the middle.
White shirts getting slow to come back defensively.
68 to 54. This is now the biggest lead of the game at 16. Comboy out to Inigo. Extra pass, Galang has kalahat on him. Sedorifa, walang bantay. Sedorifa for 3.
Ooh.
Inigo with a steal, and Inigo gets the one-hander.
They gotta come back real quick here. Almost approaching the halfway point of the fourth.
Tayong Tong tried to get a pass to Gabi Espinas, but Galang got in the way of it. Comboy, catch, set, fire, no good.
Well, that three has been offline for Ino Comboy tonight. Well, yung drought ni Ino Comboy has stretched from the second half of that Pinyan game. The first half he was really good. But this time Sedorifa right now letting it fly.
Joseph Sedorifa currently with 11 points in this game for the Mindoro Tamaraws. The first guy in double figures para sa kanila.
Batang Kankalo naman si Jeff Manday already with 11.
He's back in the game. Gets the pass from Biton. Manday gets free from Ramirez. To the other corner they go. Biton long on the three-point shot. Sedorifa jumps for it. Ramirez head and shoulder fake. Gamalinda to the trailing Sedorifa. Cans the triple.
And Sedorifa is the one that's keeping this game close for Mindoro. 3 out of 3 perfect from the three-point area.
14 points in the game for the former Makati gunner Joseph Sedorifa. Gets his team to within 6 points, 68-62. Timeout, Caloocan.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas, 50 tayo, 50 si MD. Hati mo si Manny.
Joseph Sedorifa, 14 points in this game, has only missed once from the field and remains perfect from beyond the arc, including 4 rebounds. And more importantly, he has got his team to within 6 points. The Batang Kankalo led by as much as 15 points in this game and lead down to just 6. Coach, you mentioned at the start of the fourth quarter which team would be able to respond to a comeback.
And right now, it seems that's how it's looking like. Mindoro right now, as we see this basket here by Axel Inigo. Little run here to try and bridge the gap.
68-64. That's a foul against Axel Inigo na iwanan sa doon ni Chris Biton. That's a foul that they can give. Only the second team foul of Mindoro here in the quarter.
Haba pa ng oras na to, 4 minutes. And that miscue right there leading to that leak out by Axel Inigo to make this a 4-point game. And you know, the Mindoro Tamaraws are definitely still in this game.
Casin. Nahulog doon si Gabi Espinas. Caloocan has been scoreless in the last 2 minutes plus of this quarter.
Pushing foul all over 6, Bam Gamalinda is second. Third team foul.
4 na lang to, Javi. This is just a 2-possession game with so much basketball ahead.
Biton gets it to Jeff Manday. Espinas wants it against Gamalinda. Sedorifa there to double. Espinas having trouble. Espinas gets it up still. The ball is loose. Casin dives for it. Manday couldn't beat the shot clock. Mapuputakan ng 24 ang Caloocan Batang Kankalo.
And you gotta credit that defense to Sedorifa. He helped out from the back on a help side low situation with Gabi Espinas on the post. Laking bagay nung help na yun.
Cedorifa has always been known as a great two-way player. And he is at the forefront of this run. Oh, Ramirez almost lost it. And Coach Roti Santos is furious.
Oh. Konting ingat. Diba, naghahabol tayo eh. They want to space this out here.
Screen set by Ramirez. Cedorifa, that's his first miss from the outside.
That was a good line. That had a good look too.
Ramirez being defended here by Jeff Manday. Caloocan still remains scoreless. Jeff Manday outside to Biton. Chris to Jeff Manday. Can he end the drought? Finally, a score for Caloocan.
You see how he relocated back after releasing that ball to Chris Biton, and Chris knew where Manday was gonna go.
Axel Inigo out to Bam Bam Gamalinda. Gamalinda got hit.
And boy, that sequence of offensive run on one end of the floor, when you saw that ball move from east to west, left to right, until it eventually found the hands of Jeff Manday.
What about Jeff Manday? Nagpapakilala dito sa Mpbl. 14 points in the game, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Cedorifa underneath, blocked from behind by Casin.
Now, if you're Mindoro, you gotta go back and defend. You're still in. You're down only 7 and 1 good stop.
Biton trying to break free from Cedorifa. Casin, the extra pass to Manday. Will they ride the hot hand? They will. Jeff Manday from downtown. 17 points in the game for Jeff Manday.
4 out of 5 from 3. Each and every time that he goes, he's gonna release it and he's gonna make it. Look at that. A pass, I got a shot, you got a better shot. And Jeff Manday says, don't worry, I got bottom of the net.
More importantly, getting Caloocan another 10-point lead with 2 minutes and 27 remaining in this game.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinay,
50 tayo, 50 si MD, hati mo si Manny.
The man of the moment for the Caloocan Batang Kalu, Jeff Manday, 17 points tonight, 4 out of 5 from 3-point country for one of Caloocan's newest recruits.
And every time that they find a way to create a triple gap, you for the most part would find Jeff Manday free on one side.
They only had 6 points in their season opener against the Cebu Classic. Ramirez going quickly here. He draws the foul. I think it's gonna go against Gabby Espinas.
Now there's a little bit sense of urgency now for Mindoro to score because time is going down and they're still down by 10.
I don't think it just has to be a little bit, Coach Mike. They need a lot of it.
Right. They need a lot of rushing and quick points in a hurry.
This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Mindoro from the line as a team in this game, 5 out of 9.
If Mindoro wants to steal this one from Caloocan, they have to be very efficient here in the final 2:22.
Ramirez, 3 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. A split at the line for RJ Ramirez. Tamaraos putting on the pressure, and that's a turnover. Mindoro basketball.
A miscue by Casin right there. Didn't know who that ball was gonna go to. Nobody flashed middle rin para maging pressure release dun sa inbound na yon.
Galang receives the throw-in. Galang gets fouled. Only the 14th foul of Caloocan.
And you like that they're going to Ethan Galang right now because, you know, he's the guy that can do both things. Shoot from the outside, put the ball on the floor and attack in case there's a long closeout coming.
Cedrifa trying to break free from the defense of Cassian. That's good denial from Prince Galang. Onto RJ Ramirez. Ramirez kicks it out to the corner. Gamalinda, cat set fire. No. Caloocan has it. We now enter the twilight zone. The final 2 minutes of this one.
Threes have gone cold for the Tamaraws as the Caloocan team just continues to wax from outside.
Chris Viton trying to put on the final touches, but he misses. Ramirez quickly into their front court. Axel Inigo. This could be big. No. Espina stops it to Kalahat. Can Caloocan finish the job here against Mindoro? This is their home opener for the season. That pass broken up by the Tamaraws. This is far from over,
Yeah,
Coach Mike. A
right.
minute and 25 to go. It's the 9-point lead.
That is right. And Mindoro able to sink 11 3-pointers for the game. And, you know, you got to get a stop and then score some more the other way.
Chris Viton fouled there on the shot. What about Chris Viton in this game, Coach Mike? Only 4 points, but 8 assists para sa kanya. And not to mention, all of the plays that he initiated. Yung mga hockey pass niya.
Right.
Ang dami nun sa laro na to.
At ang nakinabang, si Jeff Manday. 0 turnovers din itong si Chris Biton. What a game so far.
However, the charities for the Batang Kankalu seem to be a problem para sa kanila. 7 out of 17.
Right.
Like that, 8 out of 18. 10 points ang inahabol ng Mindoro. Lang, 3-pointer, that's short. Inigo couldn't get to it. 4-on-1 break. The lob to Casin. No! Kalahat is there. Yes!
Wow.
Gamalinda had that block. Ramirez is there to put it back home. 77 to 67. 57.2 seconds.
And Mindoro's not giving. Ooh!
Galang is just frustrated that he couldn't bounce it off Kalahat in time.
Kailangan mag-ingat pa rin ang Caloocan dito. You don't know how these things could turn out. You got a 10-point lead and you got to be very composed.
Buton gives it up to Kalahat. They're gonna melt away as much game clock as possible here on this possession. Shot clock is at 8. Casin. It's way off the mark.
Barring anything major happening, this should be a win for Caloocan. 10 points up, 30 seconds remaining.
Inigo turns the corner. Floater, wala. Malakas yun. And Gamalinda still could not buy a basket.
Yeah. And the shots have not fallen when they needed it to.
Gamalinda has really struggled in this game. 3 out of 14 for Bam Bam Gamalinda sa laro na to.
After a solid, first quarter, second quarter, 2 out of 2 from the outside, everything just went cold for Bam.
Kahit sa free throws niya, Coach,
Oo.
nahihirapan pumuntos ito si Bam Gamalinda.
And this one is another game that slipped away from the Tamaraws. They had a really good first half, but somehow just the efficient playmaking of Caloocan gives them this lead here at this point.
Chris Viton found there by RJ Ramirez.
Pero ang laking bagay rin talaga ng si Chris Bitoon ang napunta dito sa Caloocan. I mean, without Irvin Palencia, nagkaroon ka pa rin ng stable na point guard that's leading the way. And it really helps guards like Irvin to concentrate on scoring. Even James Ingles, Jeremy Cabanag at some point from last season also played point guard, was forced to play point guard.
Well, ang maganda dito kay Chris Biton, coach, we talked about it off air, is him being a legitimate threat. That's why when he tries to make plays for his teammates, he draws a lot of attention defensively.
Yeah. Saka very high IQ, and so defensively, you're second guessing what he's gonna do.
Biton putting on the cherry to the Sunday para dito sa Caloocan Batang Kangkalu. What a performance in their season opener in front of their home crowd.
And they made sure that what happened in that Cebu game is not gonna happen again. And they closed out real well. The third quarter was a shooting display. Jeff Manday, what more can you say about the man?
Romel Calahat, Jeremy Cabanag, Prince Casin, Gabby Espinas, Chris Biton, and of course, Chef Manday. Actually, halos lahat ng pinasok dito.
Kahit si Manlangit
Ni
di ba?
Gabby Espinas sa ni
Yeah.
Coach Toto Duhilio
Right.
really delivered. James Ingles also had his moments off the bench, but it would be hard not to give our best player of the game award to Jeff Manday.
Yeah, and without a doubt, I mean, those successive triples, especially here in the second half, has really created that separation with Mindoro.
Our best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the Mpbl. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Caloocan rising to their first victory of the season, 80-67 against the Mindoro Tamaraws. Let's go courtside to Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Thank you, Javi. Now we have the best player of the game, Jeff Manday of Caloocan Kangkalus. Jeff, you outscored Mindoro in the third quarter, and then in fourth quarter, medyo nakahabol sila. Anong naging mindset shift nyo to secure the victory tonight?
Yung namin siguro naging kami nung first half, naging kampanta kami. Parang mababa yung energy namin. Then nung second half, naging kami siguro na maging hype kami sa defense, lalo na sa offense namin. Kaya nakuha namin yung timing pagdating ng third quarter and fourth.
And now you even scored a back-to-back threes. No? How does it feel to be able to lead the team to victory?
Sarap sa feeling kasi pag maka-score ako, parang nabubuhos ng energy yung mga kasama ko. Kaya yung tiwala nila sa akin, hindi ko rin binibigo. Kaya siguro pasok din, tsaka thanks God.
May mga greetings ba tayo for your fans and supporters?
Siyempre, binabati ko yung management namin na sobrang napakasuporta sa amin. Nagpapasalamat kami kay Mayor Along Malapitan, Kong Oka Malapitan, Konse Enteng Malapitan, Lixie Malapitan. At sa mga sponsors, yan Coolers, High Top LPG, Stay Cool Clothing, Word Balance, Pastor Ruel na nasa Jerusalem. And binabati ko yung family ko, si Kat, partner ko, si Maddie, and Papa ko, happy birthday Papa. And kay Boss Paulo Cruz, Santa Ana Family, Cruz Family, at saka yung mga kaibigan ko, and mga pinsa ko. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jeff Manday. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you, Javi and Coach Mike.
Thank you, Lyra. Congratulations to Jeff Manday for helping Caloocan get their first victory of the season. Our games tomorrow happening at the Lotte Sports Arena in Binyan. The Pulcan Cuyas face the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. At 6 o'clock p.m., the Pasay Voyagers mix it up with the Abra Solid North Weavers. And in our main game, the Binyan Tatakjel host the Pangasinan Heat Waves. Maganda yan. Dick Manuel versus Mark Pingris. Vintage matchup para sa ating last game bukas. Thank you so much for joining us sa aming coverage here at the Caloocan Sports Complex. For my partner, Coach Mike Perez, our courtside reporter, Ms. Lyra Punsalan, and for all the hardworking men and women of our production crew, this has been Javi Pananya saying good night from Caloocan City. Ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.